Yo, welcome in. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to Green on Sports. Yeah, definitely been gone for too long. That's for sure. It's been like almost 2 weeks. But yeah, I had to come back. Had to make sure I meant to come back this weekend, but I just had a lot of things come up. But yeah, there's so much going on, and like I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I had all these notes planned out to talk about NBA things and NCAA basketball things as well. But there's so much football news going on, and I don't want to make the episode too crazy long. So I'm just going to talk about the big fight that just happened in the UFC, and then I'm going to move on to the football news. But yeah, I came in all Steelered out. You know what I'm saying? Got the Steelers. I got Steelers pants on too. Russell Wilson coming in, big news. Really excited. Definitely thinking Super Bowl bound for the Steelers, definitely. Yeah, or possible. Definitely Super Bowl possible. But yeah, we'll start with that fight. So Sean O'Malley fought. He defended his bantamweight title. He beat Cheeto Vera, the only guy who was technically beating him before. As Sean got injured in that fight, and then it counted as a loss on Sean's record. So that's good for Sean. Sean called out Eli Tuporia at the end, which is good stuff. Good stuff. I guess he's going for two belts instead of trying to defend that belt. I don't know. I like it. I like how Sean's. I hope Sean gets two belts. That'd be really cool. Yeah, Poirier won his fight on that card against Benoit Saint Denis, which is crazy. Benoit was coming up. Dustin Poirier, I didn't think was going to win. But yeah, Dustin Poirier pulled off the win. I'm not going to lie, I was calling Benoit all day in that fight, as well as Kevin Holland. I was calling Kevin Holland in his fight, and he lost to Michael Venom Page, which does make sense. I was kind of iffy on that one. Venom Page is obviously a solid fighter, especially showing what he did against Kevin Holland. And like I got caught up in the assuming of that Michael Page would have been less of a fighter just because he was fighting less of a fighters necessarily because Bellator doesn't really have the competition UFC does. But yeah, it didn't show. That did not show. Yeah, Michael Venom Page was out there and he was killing it. But yeah, good fight for him. Jack Della Maddalena, he beat Gilbert Burns, which was I had that going that way. I just think Gilbert's kind of, even though he's still a great fighter, I think he's kind of just on his way down. But yeah, he's doing Jack Della Maddalena. He won that, got the knockout. It was good. Oh yeah, the fifth fight was Peter Yan breaking his losing streak, and he beat Song Yadong. I also got that one wrong. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I was only 2 for 5 on these fights, 2 and 3 on the main card fights, and man. But yeah, a lot of good fights, a lot of good stuff. But yeah, it's gonna lead to a lot of domino effects. Like obviously, Venom Page showed that he was for real now, so he's gonna get a lot more opportunities. Poirier, they're already talking. He might get a title shot against Makhachev. He's gonna get his ass kicked. Sean, whether or not he's gonna fight Merab next or Tuporia next, we'll have to see. But either way, that's gonna be a great fight. Damn. Yeah, Jack Della Maddalena, obviously moving up in ranks, gonna get more of a chance. Peter Yan, gonna probably be able to fight another guy high up in the rankings now. Probably not Aljamain again. Maybe Merab. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe Henry Cejudo. See who can do that there. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into these damn NFL talks. Because, man, big news. Like I said, Russell Wilson to the Steelers, really hype. The 1-year deal, because obviously what happened in Denver. So, good stuff. Definitely like the whole 1-year deal aspect. Yeah, I'm excited as a Steelers fan. And I really feel as if I'm not being just biased to the fact that I am a Steelers fan and like that there is real potential there because obviously if Russ can revive himself and come back to like well even last year he was good. And if he could just revive himself, come back to like the rest of we all know he could be or has been in the past, even though like yeah they're like oh he's old, but like nobody was saying that about other people who were like performing when they were older. Which I mean yeah there is a good chance that he's not the same Russ that he was before, but I don't know if because he has such a team around him like that defense. Arthur Smith now, the offensive coordinator. Damn. Even though the Steelers, they were saying that they were Deontay Johnson, they were exploring trade offers for him. I hope he doesn't get traded, but I wouldn't mind too much if he did because he just, yeah, I don't know. Because so you think about it, you think about Deontay, he's got the skill level. He's really good at basically everything that a wide receiver has to do, but I don't like his attitude and like the way he goes about playing wide receiver because we can't really. I mean, it's not good to have really two divas on the team, and George Pickens is a diva, and George Pickens is way better as a receiver. So whether or not we trade him, well, we'll just have to see. But yeah, it's gonna be some interesting stuff, and like yeah, because things are not done. The season hasn't even technically started, and all these rumors, reports are coming out because Brian Burns just got traded to the Giants, which is huge news. The Giants have turned around and gave him a 5-year, $150 million deal, and they got him on the low. They got him for this year's second-round pick, which is like pick 39. I mean, yeah, pick 39, which I don't know who the hell the Panthers think they're getting with that pick, and then a fifth-round pick next year. And I was like, damn. But I guess somebody had to pay him, and the Panthers didn't want to do so. So I don't know. I can see why they shipped him out because they kind of are still in the rebuild. Yeah, I don't know, but hopefully they get something good with that pick. Yeah, Kirk Cousins surprises everybody. Gets a 4-year, $180 million deal, $45 million a year. $45 million a year for Kirk Cousins. And I mean, I hate to say it, the man deserves it. This man has been balling. He was, before he got injured last year, performing like the best quarterback in the league. And he has the potential to keep doing that. So, I don't know. Yeah, 45, he's not even the highest paid, and he'll probably be performing like it. Probably all 4 of those years. And then, yeah, just that's going to make Atlanta so much better. So much better. $100 million of that is guaranteed, too. So, man, oh, man. Man, oh, man. More quarterbacks is Gardner Minshew, who I called Kirk to Atlanta. I was actually just talking to my friend we were at work and we were at lunch and I was chilling with him. And I was like, yeah, I bet you Kirk Cousins is going to go to Atlanta. And before that, I was talking to some other friends of mine that were coworkers as well. And I was like, yeah, we were talking about the whole Raiders situation and how they're getting rid of Jimmy G and Brian Hoyer. And like all they got left is Aiden O'Connell. And they were like, what do you think they're going to do at quarterback? And I was like, I think they go Gardner Minshew. And then Gardner Minshew went there on I believe a 2-year deal. Let's see. Yeah, 2 years, 25 mil. Yep. We're getting him for 12, 13 million a year. Come on. That is a steal for Gardner Minshew. Because he's definitely going to elevate the level of play of that offense more than anybody else they had right now. And I don't know if they could really afford to go get somebody else. Maybe Justin Fields, but I mean, Justin, you're going to have to trade for. So, I don't know. But yeah, and then you have Baker Mayfield. He went back to the Bucks, which is good. Good for him. I figured he would after they re-signed Mike Evans. I figured Baker Mayfield would go back to the Bucks. Yeah, running backs going off the board. Saquon to the Eagles is crazy in the division. Man, that sucks for the Giants. But running behind that O-line, even though Kelsey retired, which is crazy. Jason Kelsey retired. Yeah, and Fletcher Cox, 2 Eagles, 2 long-term Eagles, lifetime Eagles retired. But yeah, they're still gonna have a great offensive line, whether or not. And Saquon's gonna be running behind it. So man, that's just gonna be nasty. They got Probably two of the dudes who could squat the highest amount of damn. Ooh, man, that's going to be a terrible offense to face. Saquon, Jalen, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Landon Dickerson. Landon Dickerson also got re-signed. He's now the highest paid offensive guard in the NFL history. Oh, wow. Josh Jacobs. Wow, that move was crazy. Josh Jacobs goes to the Packers, and the Packers are just like, Aaron Jones, bye. Like, whoa, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty sure Aaron Jones was still under contract with the Packers. So, and the Packers cut David Bakhtiari, just straight cut him, said sayonara. And then they also signed safety Xavier McKinney, 4 years, $68 million. Dude. I know. I like that move by the Packers because they did need, I think Josh Jacobs instead of Aaron Jones is kind of weird. They're kind of like a very similar running style to me or play style. Josh Jacobs, I guess, has been more healthy, so that's good. And I think he's a little bit younger, like a year or two. So I guess Josh Jacobs instead of Aaron Jones is good. Yeah, Xavier McKinney, they needed safeties, so that's good. Wow. DeAndre Swift from the Eagles goes to the Bears. Bears signed him 3-year, $24.5 million deal. That's good for Swift. It's some good money. But yeah, that's also good for the Bears because building that offense already before you apparently go ahead and probably draft Caleb Williams, although they shouldn't do that. Maybe they surprise us. Maybe they know that Jaden Daniels is better and they go and draft Jaden Daniels instead. But or maybe they are just as dumb as we thought they were before, and they go with the North Carolina quarterback at pick number 1 instead of pick number 2 this time, and he flops again, like Drake May in relation to Mitch Trubisky. Who Mitch Trubisky even got signed. He went to the Bills, which I don't know why the Bills wanted him back, but it is what it is. And honestly, he's not on my team. I'll take Russell Wilson and Kenny Pickett over Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett any day as a Steelers fan personally. But yeah, oh my goodness. The Raiders signing defensive tackle Christian Wilkins, 4 years, $110 million. They cashed out for that man. They cashed out. I don't know. Cashed out. And then, damn. Yeah, but I mean, he's performed really well for the Dolphins for the last couple of years. So I can see why. But him, Mason Crosby, man, the Raiders, because they're going to have to make some moves to be competitive in that division with the Broncos. Broncos will probably draft Bo Nix, and it'll probably go really well for them. It's going to make Sean Payton look like he's some genius when he's not. I mean, he's a good coach, but he's not like a fucking super like genius or nothing. Bo Nix is just the best quarterback in this draft, and he's getting slept on. And yeah, they're probably going to get him. He's going to perform well. They just traded Judy for those 2 picks, which was a weird trade, but similar situation. He had to get paid. Broncos must not have wanted to do it. They got Marvin Mims. So yeah, they have pieces, but also the Chargers obviously have Jim Harbaugh and that 5th overall pick and just so much. Oh, and they just signed Gus Edwards and they got Justin Herbert. Yeah, so the Raiders are going to have to do like some type of big moves, big situations. And then obviously the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. There's a lot to unpack there. Crazy stuff. Oh, Carlton Davis got sent to the Lions from the Buccaneers. Similar situation. Needs to get paid. Buccaneers must not have wanted to do it. Lions send them their 3rd-round draft pick for this year. Interesting stuff. Colts. Oh, yeah, the Colts. They first tagged Michael Pittman, and then they gave him the deal that I'm assuming he was looking for. 3 years, $71.5 million, which is a lot of damn money for Michael Pittman, who is not that good. Well, no, he's good. Let me rephrase that. He's good, but he is not 20 something million dollars a year good. That is crazy. That is so crazy. Colts also re-signed Grover Stewart to a 3-year, $39 million deal, and they are just not good at spending money. That is $13 million a year for Grover Stewart. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with this. Tony Pollard getting signed by the Titans, as that probably means that Derrick Henry's not going to the Titans, which is kind of scaring me because it means that I think that he's probably going to the Ravens, which is not good for the Steelers. It's not good for anybody really except for the Ravens, because these people can barely even stop Lamar. So if you got Lamar and then Derrick Henry just pounding the rock, just running straight at you every time, not good. It's not fucking good at all. But yeah, Tony Pollard to the Titans though, $8 million a year, 3 years, or average $8 million. Gabe Davis to the Jags, 3 years, $50 million a year. See, him only getting $50 million for the same amount of time that Michael Pittman's getting 71.5 is crazy. Because they're probably just as good as receivers as each other. Like, that's so crazy. Geno Stone, safety Geno Stone, goes to the Bengals. 2 years, $15 million. It's a good signing for the Bengals. Good signing for the Bengals. It can replace who they lost 2 years ago, or well, last year, I guess. Like last year or 2 years ago, in Jesse Bates. Panthers signed offensive guard Robert Hunt to a 5-year, $100 million deal. $20 million for Robert Hunt. I mean, he's going to get it from somewhere, so I guess you might as well make it you, because they need a guard, because they obviously need to protect Bryce Young. Bryce Huff also going to the Eagles. He earned himself a big contract, man. 3 years, $51.1 million. That's like $17 million a year, which I did not think Bryce Huff was going to get that. But I mean, he was playing pretty well for New York. So, I don't know. Interesting stuff. Jonathan Greenard, who I'm not even going to lie, I haven't really heard this dude's name, but I guess last year he was balling out for the Texans. Probably part of that is due to the Texans being such a great defense and so hard to stop. Being on I'm assuming probably the other side of, damn, I'm drawing a blank, but that rookie they drafted, Will Anderson. Yeah, Will Anderson. Being on the other side of him, probably helping you get some sacks. I guess he had a good amount of sacks last year. D'Amico Ryan's great coach. He got a 4-year, $76 million deal to go to the Vikings, which they lost Danielle Hunter, their defensive end. I'm assuming are not re-signing him due to that. So, man, there's just so much movement out there. This stuff is so exciting. The Seahawks re-signed Noah Fant. They also restructured Tyler Lockett's deal. Good stuff for them. They got rid of Jamal Adams. Man, as far as I know, he hasn't been signed anywhere yet. The Chargers signed Will Dissly to a 3-year, $14 million deal. They also re-signed Alohi Gilman to a 2-year, $11 million deal. Wow, crazy stuff. Wow. Marcus Davenport to the Lions on a 1-year deal. Speaking of the Chargers, actually, too, Austin Eckler apparently, right before I hopped on the pod, just signed, I think, a 2-year deal with the Commanders. Let me see. Yep, 2-year deal with the Washington Commanders. So much crazy stuff going on here. T. Higgins got tagged, franchise tagged by the Bengals. And then he requested a trade because I guess he must not have wanted a franchise tag. He must have wanted to stay long term. So I think that's honestly good for the Bengals because you don't need to be paying T. Higgins that much when you have these other pass catchers. Plus, you can go get one in the draft to replace him. So I say just trade him. Trade him for like a first, second round pick if you can. Go draft a receiver with it because there's like 11 good receivers in this draft. Good, possibly great. Yeah. The Eagles signed Zach Bond to a 1-year deal. Oh, the Bills, they re-signed their tackle, Deion Dawkins. Good move for them. 3 years, $60.5 million. Good move. I like it. They also re-signed AJ Epinesa to a 2-year deal. No money necessarily reported for that. But yeah, Epinesa was good. It's weird, though, to see how they move, how they're cutting some of these players and then keeping some because they cut Poyer and Tre'Davious White, Naheem Hines, Deontay Hardy, Mitch Morse. Crazy. Browns re-signs Zadarius Smith. Really good deal for them. They also re-signed Maurice Hurst. Oh, only 1 year, $3.2 million. That's not bad. Yeah, that is because keeping them in-house. Rams signed. Oh, they signed Jonah Jackson from the Lions to a 3-year, $51 million deal, $17 million a year. Damn. Plus, they also re-signed Kevin Dotson, so their O-line is going to be crazy. Crazy stuff. Oof. 49ers, Leonard Floyd, 2 years, $20 million. $10 mil a year for Leonard Floyd right now is kind of crazy, but man, I mean, they just replaced Chase Young with him basically. And like, I guess they're cutting Eric Armstead as well because he didn't want to take the pay cut. Man. Titans, they signed Chidobe Awuzie, 3 years, $36 mil. That's like 12 mil a year for Chidobe Awuzie. Man, people are not afraid to spend this year. People are not afraid to spend. They gave him that damn salary cap bump, and they're going crazy. Lloyd Cushenberry, the center to the Titans, for 4 years, $50 million. Oh, the Cardinals signed Sean Murphy-Bunting, 3 years, $25.5 million. And Bilal Nichols to a 3-year, $21 million. Oh, and Dustin Jones to a 3-year, $30.1. And Mac Wilson to a 3-year, $12.75. So they got 2 defensive tackles, a cornerback, and a linebacker. All good or great players. And wow. They didn't spend too much on any, the $10 million a year for Justin Jones is a little much, but it's not too bad. But yeah, they definitely reassured some of that defense for sure. Cardinals are going to look a lot better next year. A lot better. Vikings signed linebackers Blake Cashman and Andrew Van Ginkel, 3 years, $25.5, 2 years, $20 million. Damn. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, the Giants. The Giants signed John Runyon, 3 years, $30 million deal, offensive guard. And then they replaced Saquon with Devin Singletary. Way cheaper option. I don't know if he's going to be any better or any good even. They also got Jermaine Illuminor, another offensive lineman. The Colts re-signed Zaire Franklin. Good for the Colts. Good deal. The Jaguars go and picked up Mitch Morse after the Bills dropped him. Gave him 2 years, $10.5 million. The Commanders got Dorrance Armstrong, 3 years, $45 million. Him combined with Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. That's going to be pretty. Oh, damn, that's going to be good. Oh, and then they also signed linebacker Frankie Louvu, 3 years, $36 million. Yeah, man, these people are not afraid to spin this year. Wow. That's some crazy shit, man. The Lions re-signed Graham Glasgow. I guess they decided to keep Graham Glasgow instead of Jonah Jackson. Which Graham Glasgow's a lot cheaper, so I guess that doesn't make sense. Almost as good, if not just as good of a guard. I think he's a little bit older though. Rams signed tight end Colby Parkinson to a 3-year, $22.5 million deal. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Jaguars. Oh, yeah, the Jaguars got Darnell Savage, which then led to the Packers getting McKinney. Jaguars also got Ronald Darby. So they're reassuring that secondary a little bit. Darnell Savage, Ronald Darby. Good stuff for them. Good stuff. Got a good offensive line piece to help. Oh, and the Jaguars, they got Mac Jones, which was such a weird move. I knew the Patriots would move off of Mac Jones, obviously, because Mac Jones just isn't it. He's not good anymore. Well, he never was. I was going to say he's not good anymore, but he never was. At least not good enough to be a starter. And yeah, backing up Trevor Lawrence, probably a pretty good fit, I guess. But I just didn't expect the Jaguars to go be like, hey, we need to trade for a backup. Maybe they don't believe in Trevor as much as I thought that they did prior. I don't know, man. That is a weird situation. Weird situation. But yeah, I mean, shit, whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do. Jaguars also signed Devin Duvernay. Weird stuff. Texans went a little spin crazy. They got a Danico Autry, 2-year, $20 million. Jeff Okuda, 1-year, $4.75. Aziz Al-Shahir to 3-year, $34 million. Mike Ford to a 2-year, $4.5 million. Also, Lonnie Johnson to a 1-year, $2.5 million. So they got quite a bit of defensive back help, which is I don't know. There's a lot of defensive pieces, all not too expensive. Good replacements. I like what they did there. Crazy stuff. The Patriots got Antonio Gibson from the Commanders, running back, a 3-year, $11.25 million deal. Damn. They also re-signed Michael Onwenu, 3-year, $57 million. Crazy stuff. Bengals re-signed Drew Sample, their tight end. Wow. Broncos re-signed Will Lutz. Jets re-signed Greg Zuerlein. Buccaneers re-signed Chase McLaughlin. A lot of kickers staying in place. Oh yeah, the Dolphins signed Jordan Brooks from Seattle to 3-year, $30 million. They also signed Anthony Walker to a 1-year deal. So much crazy stuff. Oh, the Bears signed Kevin Byard. Oh wow, 2-year, $15 million deal. Patriots re-signed Kendrick Bourne. I guess he was their best receiver last year, so that makes sense. Oh man, the Chiefs re-signing Chris Jones. Oh man, I called that one. Definitely, I literally said, I think on my last podcast, even I said that since the salary cap went up, they were going to franchise tag Jerry Sneed, which they did, and then re-sign Chris Jones, which they did. They made Chris Jones the highest paid defensive tackle in the league, which I said they would, which I said he deserves, which he does, and they did. Yeah. And I don't even know. I don't know what they're gonna do with Jerry Sneed. Probably just use him for the year and get rid of him. But man, 5 years, $158.75 million. These people be making so much damn money. So much damn money. Brandon Graham back to the Eagles. Justin Matabuki he got re-signed by the Ravens, 4 year, $98 million. He performed really well. I'd say he deserves it. He went off. Patriots re-signed Hunter Henry, 3 years, $30 million. I don't know if that's really like I don't know. I don't know. Steelers released Patrick Peterson and Allen Robinson, two like veteran pickups that we had last year. I don't get the I don't really know. I don't really get those drops. There's just so many weird moves. It's like seeing how these people's like brains work. So many weird moves. Tim Patrick, 1 year deal with the Broncos, back to the Broncos. So crazy. The Broncos released Justin Simmons, Jordan Poyer, Jamal Adams, some safety still out there. Antoine Winfield got tagged. He got franchise tagged. Bears re-signed Jalen Johnson. Saints re-signed Tyrann Mathieu. Dolphins signed Jonnu Smith. Was a really weird signing. Like Chiefs re-signed Drew Tranquill. I guess I don't really know who the Dolphins had for a tight end. So, dude, it is like a man franchise. That's true. My friend Jacob just hopped in. Dude, like this shit's like crazy. There was so much movement. Like I did not expect this free agency to go so crazy. At first, when it all started, I was expecting Kirk to go back to Minnesota and like just shit like that, like wave making moves where they go from there to Atlanta. Like it's like what the fuck? Because like now, what the fuck are the Vikings gonna do? They're screwed. They don't have Alexander Madison. They don't have Kirk Cousins. They're just gonna fucking give Justin Jefferson way more money than he fucking deserves, and then fuck themselves over because they lost Daniel Hunter and then try to replace him with whoever that was I named off before. Who was it? The Vikings. Who was it? The Vikings signed. It was just right here. Yeah, the Vikings signed quite a bit of people too. Even that's crazy. I mean, I guess they got the money to spend. Oh yeah, Jonathan Greenard. When it's like that is not Daniel Hunter because I didn't even know who Jonathan Greenard was before that signing, and then I was like, oh what? He was on the Texans. He did good on the Texans. I don't know, but yeah, so many available free agents still out there. So still way more exciting moves to come. Derrick Henry. Surprised he hasn't been gone and taken yet. Just like I said, Jamal Adams, Justin Simmons, Jordan Poyer. I don't even know. There's got to be so many available free agents still. Let's see if we can find a list of available free agents. Top 101 free agents. This is exactly what I was looking for. Dude, like, it's just so crazy. And then now it's like, so I guess Justin Fields isn't going to Atlanta. He's not going to Pittsburgh. He could go to Minnesota, which would be wild. Oh, and Tyrone Smith still a free agent. Calvin Ridley. I don't know who's going to get Tyrone Smith, but they're going to have. I mean, because he's like 33, but he's still a fucking solid ass offensive tackle. So it'd be really good to see who gets him. Daniel Hunter, still available. I don't know why the Vikings didn't fucking re-sign him. Leonard Williams available. Some defensive ends out there. Calvin Ridley available. It's just so wild. So wild. Calvin Ridley being like the top wide receiver because Mike Evans and everybody else obviously got re-signed. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, a safety still out there. Kendall Fuller, still out there. Marquise Hollywood Brown, Stephon Gilmore. Like the fucking defensive backs. Man, if you need a defensive back, just go shopping. You know what I'm saying? You got picks for days. You got linebackers. Patrick Queen still available? It's great. Like, how is he? He's been performing damn well. Damn well. Oh, I think Derrick Henry. I was just asked where I think Derrick Henry was going to go. I said, I was saying Baltimore. I don't want to see it, obviously, but like you think about it, he's obviously not going to the Titans because they signed Pollard. Um, the Chargers got Gus Edwards. Eckler went to the Commanders. Brian Robinson went to the, or not Brian Robinson. Antonio Gibson went to the Patriots. So it's like, who really needs a running back? Because the Giants, they already tried to replace Saquon. The Bears got a running back. The Eagles got their running back. Oh, well, the Cowboys. But the Cowboys, I was thinking they were going to get Aaron Jones because Mike McCarthy, Aaron Jones, obviously have the prior collaboration down in Green Bay. And then they just lost Tony Pollard to the Titans. So it's like, because you think about all the teams, obviously the Packers, they got Josh Jacobs, so they don't want him. The Raiders could use a running back. Didn't think about that, I guess. Oof. Derrick Henry on the Raiders would be so insane. Just Derrick Henry, Gardner Minshew, Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins. I mean, which it would be good though, because they do got to make moves. They do got to make moves to keep up in that AFC West. There's just, gosh, damn. They got Jacoby Brissett ranked as the 20th best free agent. Look, Jacoby Brissett's good, but you got him over Derrick Henry, over Chase Young, over Eric Armstead. Jacoby Brissett is a 31-year-old quarterback that is not going to be a starter for any team next year. So I don't know why you got him 20th ranked. That is so crazy. Levante David, damn. This defense, you can stack your defense just through free agency and then just draft offense. Because this draft is so offensive heavy. There's like fucking receivers galore, quarterbacks galore. There's a damn. Because I'm telling you right now, the first 3 picks are going to be quarterbacks probably. It's probably going to go Caleb Williams, sadly, to the Bears because they're not going to be smart about it. Jaden Daniels probably to the Commanders. And then Drake May, for some reason, to the Patriots. And then I think the Giants take JJ just because JJ's rose up in the ranks and they need a quarterback. And their 6th pick, 4th and 5th are the Cardinals and the Chargers. They're obviously not going to take quarterbacks. They have their franchise quarterbacks still. So I don't think they're going to take quarterbacks. That'd be kind of dumb of them. These quarterbacks aren't that good. Bo Nix, I think, will fall to 11th. I think he'll go to the Broncos. And then Michael Penix, I think, will fall all the way to 16th and be just one of the biggest steals in the draft. And I think he'll go to Seattle. Mostly, like, they have that Washington University offensive coordinator. He came from Washington University, was the offensive coordinator there. Now he's going to be obviously calling the plays in Seattle since their head coach is a defensive head coach. Their offensive plays are going to be being called by their offensive coordinator more likely. And who better to go with Penix than Penix's old play caller and coordinator from college? I don't know, because, yeah, I think somehow since JJ performed well at the combine and all that, he's going to go up. Let's see. Penix is the best quarterback in the draft, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I think I've been tossed up between Penix and Nix. I think Nix is going to be really good. I actually said earlier in this episode, I was saying that Penix is probably, I mean, not Penix, Nix is probably going to go to the Broncos, and it's probably going to make Sean Payton look like he's some genius after, like, shitting on Russ for a year or two. And it's just going to piss me off just because, like, I mean, Sean Payton's not that fucking – he's not Andy Reid. He's not some offensive genius like that. Bo Nix is just that damn good, and he's going to make him look good. And it's going to suck because then it's going to be like people are going to be like shitting on Russ. But, I mean, I don't care. It's just feed Russ more. I would love for him to go off for my Steelers. But, yeah, I'm also really high on Penix. I don't get how he performed so damn well in college just to get kind of shit on And like it's like these 5 quarterbacks are not better. Like I think him and Nix will probably be on the same level at least, especially rookie year. Because you got to think if Penix, especially if he goes to somewhere like Seattle, where he's fucking throwing to like Noah Fant, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and then shit, they had like that other. There's like somebody else, and then with fucking Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet in the fucking backfield, and then they'll be able to spin on the O line because and then their defense is still good, bro. Man, if he falls to that team, the 49ers, the Cardinals, and the Rams better watch out. But that's the West once again in both AFC and NFC is going to be stacked again. AFC West, Jim Harbaugh, Chiefs, fucking Raiders are stacking up pretty good, it looks like. And Broncos, if they get Bo Nix and they shine on. Like I said, Seattle, if they get Penix and shine on. 49ers finish runner-up in the Super Bowl. Cardinals are spending good money in free agency. They have that 4th pick. They're going to do well. Rams are also spending good money in free agency. They always make a lot of good moves. So, man, there's still so much out there, bro. Cameron Curl, safety from the Commanders, still out there. Levante David, somehow I guess the Buccaneers didn't want him back, unless maybe he's still in talks. We don't know. Jadeveon Clowney, we don't know if he's still in talks. John Simpson, offensive guard. Josh Uche, linebacker, edge linebacker. Julian Blackmon from the Colts. Justin Simmons. I don't know how Justin Simmons is 36th on this list. Who the fuck made this list? I don't know. Kenny Moore. Damn, the Colts lost two key defensive backs with Kenny Moore and Justin Blackmon. Unless they can get them back, that'd be great for the Colts anyway. Curtis Samuel, another wide receiver, very capable, very solid 2 or 3 option if you want to get him on your team. Definitely, I don't know. 28 years old, not bad. Grover Stewart actually just went back to the Colts. I just talked about that. So I guess he's technically not a free agent no more. Trent Brown, offensive tackle, another good offensive tackle out there. DJ Reader, defensive tackle. Jonah Williams, offensive tackle, both from the Bengals. Good pieces, great pieces. Calais Campbell, he's fucking kind of old. Calais Campbell's definitely kind of old now, but he can still play. He played really well for the Falcons. So, Moro line, still good. Darnell Mooney, not going back to the Bears as of yet. Steven Nelson, which is a dumbass, is still available, but he's not too bad of a player. Christian Fulton, Devin White. I don't know what the hell the Buccaneers are going to do for linebackers next year. Adoree Jackson, Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill still hasn't found a job yet. So he could go to Minnesota. Or, who else needs a quarterback? Mason Rudolph is still out there. The Steelers haven't picked him back up. Bobby Wagner. Jordan Fuller, Jeremy Chin, he had a really good couple of years in Carolina. KJ Osborne. Like, there's just so much talent still out there. Willie Gay Jr., Shaq Barrett, Aaron Jones now, Josh Nijman. The Packers lost both their offensive tackles, so I don't know what they're going to do for their O-line. They're going to have to revamp that somehow. Poor fucking Jordan Love. He's about to get sacked like a motherfucker. Josie Jewell still out there, linebacker. Keyshawn Nixon. The Packers will probably draft a cornerback in a lot of mock drafts. They're projected to. OBJ back on the free agent list. Jordan Whitehead, J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, see, so J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are not on the Ravens no more. That's one of the main reasons I'm thinking. But that's one of the main reasons I'm thinking Derrick Henry to the Ravens, because also like if the Ravens aren't fucking dumb, they'll do that because like that running offense would be so impossible to stop. Ryan Tannehill is done for. Is a comment I just got. That could definitely be true. I feel bad for Ryan Tannehill. I hope he does well. I think he's what 31. This tells me their age. Let me see. He's 36. Damn, never mind. He's kind of old. But fuck, I mean, he could definitely still go play backup somewhere. Somewhere. Like the Jets could use him because Zach Wilson obviously ain't it. But like shit, I mean, like who does Minnesota have that's better than him right now? I mean, shit, I like Josh Dobbs, but he ain't it. Shit. Trey Lance, they could go trade for Trey Lance. He wanted to play in Minnesota. I don't know, man. Because Minnesota's fucked. They're so fucked. Tyler Boyd. So Tyler Boyd, the Bengals did not re-sign him, but then they franchise tagged T. Higgins, and then T. Higgins requested a trade. So they basically just back to Joe Burrow. They're the damn championship LSU team from before. All they got is Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They better find something else quick. Jameis Winston, a very capable backup. Tyrod Taylor as well. I don't know. I mean, man. Josh Jones, offensive tackle, still out there. Micah Hyde. The Bills lost both their safeties. Well, they also re-signed Taylor Rapp, who's a really good safety. So they're not too fucked off there. And I mean, there's obviously plenty of safeties as well that could go to these teams. Dude. Tre'Davious White, Ahkello Witherspoon, Emmanuel Ogbah. So many damn. Quandre Diggs. Oh, Michael Thomas. I mean, he hasn't really been like the healthiest, but still. Like, because he can still perform. So, and like, obviously, like, if you sign him, you're not signing him for him to be a one on your team, and he's not going to be asking for, like, he knows he can't ask for that crazy amount of money. So, if you're signing Mike Thomas as your 2 option or your 3 option for like, what, $5 million to, or something like that, $5 to $8 million per year, you can get your bang for your buck there with Michael Thomas. Oh, Josh Allen, the Jaguars linebacker, edge rusher, whatever he is, he got tagged. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, a couple franchise tags. Kyle Duggar got transition tagged. Jawan Jennings by the 49ers, my bad. Jawan Jennings was a Super Bowl standout or playoff standout in general. He was balling out the whole playoffs. He had received a restricted free agent tender from the 49ers, which was really smart because that means any team that wants him other than the 49ers is going to have to send an offer, then the 49ers can match it. And then if the team does want him, they're going to have to give up like a second-round pick for him. So, yeah, that was a really smart move for them because now they get to keep whoever it is that – or, like, because nobody's going to give up that second-round pick for him, to be honest, I feel like. But, yeah, man, just so much crazy shit. Just Kirk Cousins fucking up the league. I think he'll make Atlanta so much better because, man, if they didn't have Desmond Ridder, they're probably winning that fucking conference last year. Him versus Baker for the conference league will be good. Well, love to see whatever happens with the Saints. If the Panthers, if Bryce Young can actually, be what everybody thought he was going to be, which I'm pretty sure he fucking can't. He's a bust. Yeah, I don't know, man. My favorites for these divisions so far, until the Ravens get Derrick Henry, I got the Steelers with that division. Let's see. That's NFC North. NFC East, you got, I don't know. I guess, I'm going to go with the Jets because Aaron Rodgers will be back next year. And they'll figure something out. NFC South, or AFC South, should I say, my fault. AFC South, probably the Texans again, because I don't know what the hell the Titans are doing. Texans just are going to be, because the Jaguars, unless they figure something out, they're not saving that. They don't even have Calvin Ridley no more. Colts lost a lot of key players. They got some players though. They re-signed some as well. So I don't know. AFC West. I'm gonna say the Chargers. That's my favorite right now, just because I think Jim Harbaugh is the greatest coach of all time. I don't even just say that because that's why I like him, just because he is the greatest. It's not even like that I like him just because I like Jim Harbaugh. I just like Jim Harbaugh because he's the greatest. He's had such an amazing Stanford pulled them out of their ass. Michigan won them a fucking title. Fucking whooped on fucking Ohio State for years. I'm not even a Michigan fan. I liked Ohio State. I grew up in like all the biggest schools. I was like, because I was a U of A fan, so I couldn't go for U of A, which I actually just got accepted to ASU. So it's going to be weird. I'm gonna have to change my viewpoint on that. I can't be a U of A fan when I'm going to ASU. But yeah. Also, so I obviously had to pick big schools. Bro, I'm saying, I got told greatest is crazy. There's I guess best would be a better word, just because obviously he doesn't have the most accolades, but he's just a better coach. I think he's better than Saban. I'll put him over Saban. I'll put him over Belichick. I'll slightly put him over Reed. Reed is pretty good. I'll put him over his brother John. I hate to say it, but I'll have to put him over Mike. Bill Walsh, even. Yeah, but I don't know. But yeah, that's my favorite in the AFCs to win their divisions as of right now. These are very early predictions, obviously, just early free agency predictions. Draft, injuries, everything else is going to change all that. We'll go to the NFC. NFC North, maybe Packers. I don't know. No, Lions. We'll go with Lions because I don't think Caleb Williams is going to pan out. Obviously, if they draft Jaden Daniels, things might change. But Lions, yeah, they're keeping a lot of those players. Packers, they lost some old line. They replaced their safety Savage with a probably just as good, if not better, safety. But they just kind of replaced. They didn't really improve too much because Josh Jacobs isn't too much of a step above Aaron Jones. So I don't know. I'm going with Lions in that division right now. East, NFC East. You got to go Eagles. Man. Yeah, I can't even argue that with any other team. NFC South, Falcons, easy. I'm just going to move off of that. Maybe the Bucks. Like I said, it's going to be fun to see them battle that out. But right now, Falcons. I think Kirk Cousins is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now. Oh, we're saying Cowboys? I don't know, dude. Because Cowboys, I don't believe in Dak. We all know that. He's not going to – I guess regular season-wise – regular season-wise, he does well. He does well at home, should I say. The defense does. That's the thing. They all do well at home. And, the Eagles can definitely burn out and flop like they did last year. But I don't know. The Cowboys, they lost Dan Quinn. So I don't know who's going to be calling defensive plays. Even though they do have a lot of talent on defense, Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Ron Bland. Oh, shit. I just got to go with the Eagles because Saquon, and Jalen Hurts, and basically same day on the line. I know they're missing Jason Kelce, but shit, if they really want to, they could replace him in the draft with one of those few really good young centers. If not, you could probably replace him in free agency. Obviously, it's not going to be Jason Kelce, but if you still have a very competent and capable center, that's all you really need. But yeah, that team is just stacked. But the Cowboys is a fair argument. Even the Commanders is kind of a fair argument, depending on what quarterback they draft. If they draft Drake May, they're fucking stupid, and they will never win that division. And then if they draft Jaden Daniels, they might win that division because Jaden Daniels could be special. Also, Bo Nix, Michael Penix. If they draft any of those three quarterbacks, they could turn things around. Yeah, but yeah, NFC South, I'm going Falcons. NFC West, I still got to rock with 49ers for now. Cardinals, Rams, and Seahawks just haven't done anything even remotely close to prove me otherwise. But I'm definitely loving this free agency frenzy. Can't wait to see more trades. The draft coming up. I'm excited. But yeah, I will definitely be back to making videos weekly, and I will see y'all, if not this weekend, with sometime within the next week. But yeah, that's I gotta go. It's actually time to go break my fast because it is Ramadan. So happy Ramadan to all my Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Hopefully it's successful and Allah is with you. But yeah, it is time for me to go break my fast. I've been waiting all day to eat and drink water. So yes, much love to all of you guys. Stay blessed out there. Thank you for coming in. Jacob especially keeping it entertaining with all the comments and takes from yourself. Love talking sports with you. I'd love to hear more. If you want to text me, feel free, bro. You know how it is. You know I always got time for the homie. But yeah, much love to everybody. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all within the next week. Peace out.